Why, yes, Spy Family is better than Berserk. It is better than Vagabond. It is better than like Jujutsu Kaisen. It is better than Chainsaw Man. It is better than Undead Unluck. It is better than whatever else like flavor of the month slop that people have been talking about lately. Oh yeah, Freeran. Yeah, like oh man, I'm an immortal elf. Like oh who's had to spend 100 years to to figure out that some guy liked me. Unbelievable, cringe, broken, just a complete failure on everyone's part. Okay, like Freerun is the most overhyped slop of the decade. Okay, I'm so tired of hearing about it. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see people act like oh man, existentialism. Like, bro, like, no, I don't care about an elf that fights demons. Okay. Boring, broken, just forgettable slop. So now that we got that out of the way, what makes Spy Family better than something like Freerun? Something like Berserk, something like Chainsaw Man. Like, and I do think what it comes down to, the thing that American audiences need to understand is that media being darker doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Okay, this is the grim reality when it comes to like anime fans in general is that they have this weird misconception that like ooh, it's dark and mysterious, and there's all this blood, and ooh, all the characters are traumatized, and this is what makes anime great. Ooh, like no, like the reality is anime can encompass a wide range of genres, a wide range of styles, a wide range of like vision, right? Like it is infinitely more varied than the Western equivalents, right? When you look at like Western comic books, where it's just like, oh man, Superman has to save the day. Is he gonna do it? Of course he is. Like manga is so much more varied in that sense, and when it comes to something like Spy Family, like I feel as if general audiences don't understand how excellent of like a family comedy Spy Family actually is. When it comes to like, having such great character moments, when it comes to having spectacular artwork and just really funny moments in general, while balancing with like this really just uplifting, just general perspective on society. Like it manages to be fantastic while still being relatively grounded, right? As opposed to something like Berserk, where he just goes like, "Oh man, I'm so angry, I can't die. Oh, I gotta kill Gorilla." Like, it's just like when you look at something like Berserk, what you get is something that's try hard, something that's lazy, something that's completely unfinished, right? You get something that really should have ended in like the 80s, okay? There was no reason to drag out Berserk the way they did. None. It was embarrassing, kind of seeing like people like keep begging for new chapters after a certain point. It's like, come on, it's never getting finished, it's never going anywhere, right? It's been an unfocused mess for years, right? This thing has dragged on way too long and has really lost the spirit of what it set out to do initially. Reading the early chapters of Berserk where it has like that edge to it, and then going into like Falcon of the Millennium Empire, radically different series, honestly. Now, I actually think I prefer Falcon of the Millennium Empire compared to like most other Berserk arcs because it's so much it has so much better character writing. But like um generally speaking, I feel as if like Berserk is a really good example of everything wrong with Western views on anime and manga because Berserk is dark, that automatically makes it good. Never mind like how the darkness is utilized. Never mind how it affects character development. Never mind like how it actually resolves. Never mind like the pacing or like anything else. Never mind the actual quality of the series. Like, ooh, the fact that Griffith did what he did makes it like the best manga ever. No, it's not. It isn't that spectacular, honestly. Like, I did not think Berserk was that great of a series. And the more I spend time with Spy Family, I really am starting to understand how it's on so much of a higher level than something like Berserk. I understand that there's value in this kind of story, in this kind of genre, in this kind of manga, something that far surpasses something try hard like Berserk, right? This is a really stunningly good manga because it really fills a void that the Western world has desperately been trying to avoid, has been desperately trying to push through like propaganda like The Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy. This idea that like American families are somehow dysfunctional, like this idea that like the family unit is like doomed to failure and everybody's dysfunctional and everything's bad all the time and it's normal, bro. Like just laugh at it. Oh, we make fun of everyone, bro, except liberals. Like, oh, we we make fun of everyone, bro. Like it's just a giant cope to try and justify their progressive worldview. These shows were made by people who attended the most progressive colleges in the world, and as a result of it, have been indoctrinated into this mindset that the American family unit must be destroyed, right? That is the real red pill behind adult animation. It's why it's all garbage. It's why it's all of it is disposable. People talk about Family Guy all the time and how trashy it is. All of the shows are like that. Every single one, no exceptions. Spy Family is the exact opposite of that, in which it demonstrates why family life is so endearing. Two people that shouldn't be together end up together and end up having this like fulfilling family life because they are perfect for each other, right? And that's Spy Family. Spy Family in us like in like maybe two episodes kind of debunks the entire notion of The Simpsons. This idea that like dysfunctional families are ruining America and that's why like we need progressivism or socialism or whatever. Like it's just like Spy Family debunks all of that. It demonstrates what normal people should be like. And that's what makes it better than any other piece of media from the West. Ba-ba-bum.